Good girls. Good girls. Sit down. Good girls. Good girls. Oh, I'm already dirty. That's okay. Whoa, look at this garden. Look at all these little mushrooms that have come up. All kinds of mushrooms. Mushrooms. Just breaking down the compost, turning it into nice soil. Whoa, look at all these mushrooms. That's some serious mushroom action. Wow, these plants have really just come alive. Swiss charge, I mean, it feels like overnight. They're just massive. You should look at the last video, they were like half the size. They're really loving all this compost. I think we'll see that they are extremely happy in all this nice compost. And oh, see those roots? See the roots shooting right through? Coming out into the mushroom compost primarily, it looks like. That's what they're liking. I need to start eating on these more. Yummy. Look at that, you can see the new life and this fungi taking care of the old life, decomposing it to make those nutrients available to new life. That's how it's supposed to go. That is what I'm talking about. That's the kind of garden I like to see coming out in the fall time. I love it. Well friends, today is a little bit of an interesting day. It's a little different than normal. I'm going to be headed out to a place called McMinnville, Tennessee. They call it the nursery capital of the world, which means, you know what that means. They have all kinds of plants, tons of different types of plants. Me being a plant guy, I'm going to really enjoy this trip. Headed out there right now. I'm going to offload the truck of some materials. I'm going to be buying some Schip laurels, which is a privacy bush. But also in a few more weeks, I'm going to be getting some trees, fruit trees and berry bushes for 2 different clients. So that's going to be exciting to get to see those different types of plants. There's one nursery that specifically has a lot of good fruit trees, and I'm excited about that. See you later, girl. Good girl. Have a good day, folks. Later, gators. Alright, let's get this stuff out of this truck to make it all cleaned up and ready. That'll be clean enough for what we've got. Bringing a tarp because when you're traveling with plants long distance, you always have to cover them. Otherwise they'll get wind burn, where the leaves vibrate or the branches vibrate too much. And that causes too much friction to where they actually get hurt quite a bit. Always cover them up with a shade tarp or any type of tarp that's going to keep the wind from blowing over them a lot. Would you look at that tree? Wow, it's beautiful. Fall is here. I am ready to hit that road. You guys ready? It's gonna be a fun trip. Got about 2 hours to drive, but hey, what is distance when it comes to getting good plants? And we're off. Alright, we have arrived for plants. See that man over there? He's way over there. He's getting the guys who apparently are eating lunch. But I'm liking the looks of these plants. Growing quite a bit of greenery. Looks like some mating grasses, some more laurels down there, maybe some chrysanthemums, more mating grasses right there. Like I said, we're in McMinnville, Tennessee. The nursery capital of the world is what they call it. Should be plenty of plants around here.
Planting today?
He's there tomorrow.
There tomorrow. That's gonna wind up being for today, looks like.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
that'll be it.
That's it, I was like. Hey.
Gonna wrap it right here.
Where you go hook this that right here. Hey, we thank you.
Appreciate you guys. Big time.
Nice guys over there, nice guys. Locked and loaded. Everything's happy in there. Let's go pay for it. All right, we are done. We got the paperwork done. Everything's paid for. Now, I'm gonna be going to a friend of mine's house. Never been there before. And he is actually doing a lot of some edible landscaping. He's doing some fruit trees, some berry bushes. Trying to do as much as he can this fall to get all the edible aspects in the ground so that down the road, he will have some fruits and berries and all that good stuff. Gonna head that way and maybe we'll see if we can give you all a tour of what we got going on over there. I'm gonna be trying to help him know exactly where he needs to put his fruit trees and berry bushes and all the edible aspects. So we'll see y'all over there. Hey folks, we are here with Mr. Jonathan. Got some fruit trees and berry bushes here and some privacy bushes he's already put in. Just want to go walk through the property, share what we talked about. Yep. What we got here?
So went down to McMinnville the other day and found out that it is the nursery capital of the world, which I did not know. There is nurseries everywhere. And I was looking for these. These are Schip laurels, on suggestion from Benjamin for the little privacy from the road.
Yep.
They're going to grow together. We put them about 6 feet apart, but they'll grow together and give us a good privacy screen about 12 feet tall from the road. So while I was down there, I was like, hey, you got any fruit trees? He said, no, hit Turner's up. So Turner and Sons. So I went over to Turner and Sons, and that was from Larry. What was Larry's last name? Do you remember?
I didn't get it. Larry.
Can't remember his name. Anyway, Larry's nursery, and he sent me over to Turner Nursery and ended up with a fig tree, a couple elderberry trees, 8 blueberries, 8 blackberries,
wow,
3 raspberries.
Very established trees too. I mean, looking
good
good.
Looking trees. 4 apples and I think 2 peaches. So
wow.
Kind of came home with a truckload of
treasure trove
of fruit trees, and I ended up with 5 chickens from the side of the road at a flea market.
Really?
So, quite the trip to McMinnville.
Oh yeah, you did say chickens at the same time.
Quite the trip to McMinnville. I've got the cart way in front of the horse, so I'm like, Benj, I need you to come out, brother. I need to tell me where to put these trees. Where are they going to grow? So
that's awesome.
He told me about the laurels. We'd already talked about that, so we went around the property today, and we'll take you around behind the shop here and
talk about the vision going forward. Just think about all the food potential right there. I mean, that's
a couple years. We got to be patient. I mean, they got to come to fruition. But we've determined, due to the I call it broom straw. You call it
sage-grass.
Sage-grass. We're a little bit acidic here.
This stuff here. Also, the moss growing along in other parts of the yard is another indicator.
So we're a little bit acidic. So that's going to work well for the blueberries and blackberries. And this is another one of those Bradfords in it.
Yep.
So I've done a little bit of clearing back here just with the weed eater. I need to get in here with some snips, but this is going to be my orchard.
Hey, you got this. Knuckles.
Slowly but surely.
Hard work ahead, but you got this. Yeah.
We're gonna drop a line even with the back of the shop. I'm gonna have a chicken coop up on this hill, and then down from that, we're gonna work our way down this hill as we come around, cleaning out this junk that's been left in here.
They just got here about, what, 3 weeks ago?
3 weeks ago. So
you're already making progress.
Got some trees to cut down and some stuff to weed eat. This will give you a little better look in here.
Yeah.
Of what we got to work with on this slope.
Yep.
We're going to bring it in down here and put in the orchard.
Yes.
And we'll get started probably about right here and work our way down the hill with fruit trees.
There's a big rock right there, so you might want to try to avoid it. But.
Yeah. I've hit a couple rocks trying to dig some holes with those laurels. They
have some rocks.
The rocks don't move.
Look at those rocks right there.
Over on this side, we're going to go ahead and do the peach trees and get rid of some of the decorative stuff, because decorative plants don't feed people.
Nope. We talked about how we're trying to use some of the fabric that they use around here for the nurseries. He's going to see if he can go get a good deal on that for used fabric, but it's really heavy duty, like landscape fabric, but it's permeable, so the water will go down in there and water the trees. So if he can use that over there on all that undergrowth, once you cut it down,
right,
and then put that down and put mulch on top of that, that's going to be the way to go to really keep those weeds from coming up. And after about a year or 2 years, the hope is that they would be killed off.
Yeah.
Roots and all.
By that time we should be dropping some fruit too. So
good timing.
Actually heading back down to McMinnville to try and pick up some more skip laurels. I didn't have enough room for the first load because I ended up with so many fruit trees. But I think
chickens.
I think I'm going to go by Turner and Sons and get a couple more duplicates on some of these. It's like the blueberries and blackberries.
I'm thinking about headed to the same place eventually.
Yeah.
When I hear the word fruit tree and berry bushes, I'm there too.
And I can tell you the prices in the nursery capital of the world in McMinnville.
Go to the capital.
It's a lot cheaper than buying them at the
you
Lowe's
don't have that,
and the garden stores.
Yeah. Removing, that's an old hydrangea and then a barberry down there. I mean, this can become at least 10 if not 20 new plants if you want more of that throughout your landscape.
Yeah.
Could include it in the entranceway up there.
Yeah, it's a pretty grass.
Yeah. With the peach trees interspersed through here, the rocks are already, you know, they're too big to move. So kind of have to have something around there, otherwise you're gonna just kind of stub your toe on it.
Yeah.
So putting the trees in and then mulch around. We'll show you a big old pile of mulch that just got dumped. But the mulch, I mean, you can honestly do a little garden area around here, a perennial garden like strawberries.
Yeah.
All kinds of other little.
Put everything in.
Yeah.
And then hopefully down here at the bottom by the creek bed, find a good shady spot and get some of this oak chips that we have and put those in and try and get some mushrooms growing. Love to get some chicken of the woods growing down there or some other good edible mushrooms to add to the dish. And of course the sheep and goats will be down here, so and a few chickens. So hopefully we'll have about everything we need to eat right here on the property.
Oh man, I love it.
And the milk goats, so we'll have milk.
Oh really?
Yeah,
you getting Nubian or?
I'm thinking Nigerian dwarf. I've heard they're good utility.
Okay.
They're both good for meat and for milk, so we'll try those. We've had Oberhausley's in the past. They're good dairy goats, but
awesome.
Not as hardy. So
yeah,
I think the
probably
Nigerian
want
goats are a little hardier.
I liked Kiko goats for meat.
Okay,
Kiko.
I've heard of those, yep.
They're real hardy. They're like kind of
those and boa are good
toughest.
meat goats.
Yeah, yeah.
But we're trying to find something we can use for both. But I know the sheep are good for food, so for meat. So we've done Katahdin sheep, and I have a few in Virginia.
That's what I've done before.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, plenty of potential up in there. We got all kinds of nuts. One thing that will make everything look nice and trim is if you go along all these trees and just
take the bottoms off.
Get them to where they're at least 6 foot tall.
Yeah.
Along the bottoms. Can I have a pair?
Yeah, get yourself one right there.
That's a huge pair. I'll take this one off the ground. Oh wow. Looking really good. All the food from just this one little spot.
A tub this big filled up twice this year already. I made pear sauce and put it away.
That's some good stuff. Look at this treasure trove. Literally got it dumped today.
It's funny because I was pulling out of the driveway this morning to go make a dump run. And I pulled in behind a guy with a big chipper shredder on the back. And he stopped maybe a mile and a half up the road. So I pulled in behind him. I was going to ask if he'd rent the chipper because I got a couple piles up there I'd like to shred. And I got all that stuff to clean out. I was going to shred that too. And I realized they were tree company. I said, what do y'all do with the chips? He said, oh, well, you need some? I said, yeah, if you need to dump them, let me know.
There you go.
Told him where I was at, and he's like, oh, by Cody's house? I said, yeah, come on up. So I was at the dump, and I was getting a couple pallets to get some spare wood.
Yeah.
And these were tarps that were wrapped around pallets, I guess for some type of bundling or something like that.
And they're heavy-duty tarps.
And so I grabbed 2 of them, cut the seams out, and laid them down. And a couple hours later, the guy shows up with my first load of mulch, just like that. And I'm like, right on.
That's better than Amazon.
He said, yes. He said, how much do you want? I said, I'll tell you when to stop. So I've got mulch coming.
Yep. And what's good about this is a maple tree, so that's more softwood. That's already means it's going to break down a little quicker.
Right.
Than like oak or another hardwood like oak or hickory wood. But what's nice about this is it's got all kinds of mixture. The best deal is when they cut a whole tree down. It's got leaves, needles, twigs. It's got the green and the brown and the heartwood, everything going on. That's the best combination. It's almost like when you have the whole tree broken down, it has all the components that needed to break down
There's a nice
and
load right
feed a lot of microbial life. Yeah, this is going to be hot tomorrow.
Yeah. Good stuff.
Very good stuff. And
then the skip laurels, as you can see when the cars go by, it's a little loud in here. We're not too close to the road, but it gets a little loud. So
yeah,
I've got 21 in the ground.
Nice.
No, I've got 23 in the ground, 21 to go.
Looking very good.
So
spaced them out nicely. Nice row. Those will get up to be about this tall, so about 12, even 15 feet if you want them to go that far.
Yeah.
I like it.
As long as they grow together into a screen, I'm good.
Yep. Last but not least, we talked about a border going along through here, around, up towards the front. It's always nice to delineate, gravel or concrete or whatever from your landscape beds. We could just have mulch end right there, but in my experience, that just turns into a mess.
Yeah.
So having some kind of border is going to be nice eventually, and bringing in some of those boulders potentially. Could do blueberries along the front if you want. Be a good spot.
Okay.
A lot of potential.
Yeah, there's a lot of. You keep talking about bringing boulders up, and I'm thinking that's a lot of work, but.
Hey, look at those muscles, man.
Yeah, there's no muscles. They're all burnt out from putting in those holes for those laurels.
Yeah, you got plenty to do.
Yeah.
Maybe
when my grandsons get a little bit older and they can move them and get the border in.
There you go. Just wait for a truck to drive by that's got a bobcat on it or some big machine.
Yeah, have them come up and move
follow them and park beside them.
Yeah. Hey, work for the mulch.
Yeah, it did.
I think I'm going to run up to the dump and see if they have a couple more of those tarps. He's going to bring some more.
Your time's good times. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Ben, for all the advice and hard work.
Look forward to it. I look forward to seeing the progress. You have to call me out here, and if you feed me a little bit, I might give you a little help on
I'll feed you a little bit. I saw what you did with lunch.
Yeah, they fed me some good lunch. It was awesome. All right, folks, it was a good day. Thanks for watching, and hopefully I'll go get the skip laurels back home safe and sound. Put those in probably tomorrow, and yeah, go from there. Good times. Lots to be thankful for, right?
Yes, definitely.
Every day, every day. And I'm gonna eat this on the way back.
You got it.
Love it. See y'all.